Other side, I think more people, probably, especially from North America, think Complexity is that team with the upset potential for top 4. Joe.
Yeah, I think these are sort of the two teams. I think you throw in Mind Freak as well as who's going to make a run for that 4th spot. I think to a lot of people, Rise, Optic, LG, they should be ins for playoffs. But who's going to be the 4th team? Because the United, they've had their ups and downs. That's really who the pressure is on. But yeah, you look at these two as potentials for 5, 6, potentially sneaking a playoff spot. We'll just have to wait and find out over these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, you got to think, like, you know, the conversation through stage 1 was the end with, you know, 5th, 6th with regards to relegation. That's not the conversation anymore. Like, there's no relegation. It is getting top 4, playing at the playoff. Outside of that, you're talking, what, seeding, I guess, going into champs. But the rest of it is going to be just playing for that $500,000 playoff. Now, early in this one, you see the remaining time going to Ricky, who's in the Hardpoint for Complexity currently, winning gunfights against Wuskin as well. They're going to have their hands full here, as you see UNILAD getting set up.
No, definitely so. UNILAD, though, they had a great showing. Probably should have taken Optic to a map 5. There was a couple heroic plays from Shump yesterday, as they do have a great setup here on Main Street. Alex, he's able to find 2. Shawnee, he's going to get Ricky in the back. That forces Complexity to have to either flood through gate, as you can see, Dashy's just trying to peek it back and forth, or go through that coal room side. They're just completely avoiding the middle of the map, and here we go. 3 kills go the way of Complexity. They're going to start pressuring this hill, make it all 4, as Sensor's able to find 2.
Back and forth they go. One player really combating this still from Blast. Or sorry, from Complexity, which is Blast. He's trying to do what he can, but as he falls, next man up will be Sensor. Nice little snap there onto Zed in the hard point, but as soon as it seems it gets cleared, a grenade comes in and eliminates the final player, so the focus will now be on Doc's Warehouse.
Yep, good hold by UNILAD right there. They sort of, I believe it was, 29-10. After that first hill, they set up for Main Street. They give up all that scrap time, and they hold perfectly. So a solid job from UNILAD. But now it's this fight for the lower docks. UNILAD did spawn one out, and there Alex is able to find another one. So now this is a big blunder here for Complexity as 3 go down. Here, Alex getting pumped up on the main stage. But just like that, it's Blast. Once again, the last player alive. He's able to find a couple of kills, and then Sensor. He's just going to dive right in.
Just doing what he can to contest. Ricky, top mid, going to be huge on the cross. Weakens one. Almost wins the second gunfight there at Water Steps, but looks like he does enough to at least be the distraction so the Complexity players remaining can get set up inside a warehouse. Now, can we hop over to Zed if possible? Because he is going to be a key component of maybe working a flank or working on spawns for the next hard point. Well, he's gone.
Yeah, that's what it seems. It seems like they're going to sort of give up these last 20 seconds, focus on barrel building. I like to play, but you have to capitalize on this if you are Complexity, because if they're able to get these kills, they're going to take a big lead here at barrel, that barrel building. But you can see he's starting to get some help. You have Zeb going around. You can place these players. They did spawn out towards Crane. You have one guy in the middle of the map. Wuskin, he's able to find one. Shawnee finds one as well. So just a couple of players from Complexity left. And Shawnee doing a great job staying alive, top middle. One thing to note is UNILAD. They are running 2 bars. We've seen, some teams run 1 STG, 1 bar. Some teams just run 3 submachine guns. So everybody trying to figure out the best meta right now, but UNILAD, they do a great job rotating towards barrel.
Certainly a lot of diversity with the setups for this particular map, but the pressure is on Complexity to get a break here at barrel building. Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen-in with Complexity.
One's water steps.
One shot in the back, one shot in the back, one shot.
We gotta rotate around water. We gotta go around water.
Yeah, you gotta go around water. Yeah, go water, go water.
There's one in the back, Alex. I'm going water right now. Back here, back here.
Where do you go?
Already fire steps, weak.
Fire steps, he's dead.
I spawn useless.
Give me a 10, go get 10.
I'm going 10. Got what's going in hill.
Good job, Rick. Rick, they're gonna spawn behind you, Rick.
10's good.
Water steps, guys. You gotta get that 20.
Already in fire weak, pushing through, pushing through.
Spawn through right here. Nice, good up.
I'm trying to come to you.
I don't see this guy.
I'm challenging him here.
Fire ladder, 1 shot. Nice.
What's skin?
I spawn back blue. They're spawning back.
Gate weak.
One shot, green steps.
They're all
I'm 10. I got 10.
I'm Nado.
Let's watch the fire ladder. I need a hill.
There's 2 in fire, guys.
Rick, I'm coming fire with you.
Hill dead.
Alex, 2 in fire, 2 on the box, 2 of them. That's 2. They're gonna be fire ladder, guys. Fire ladder.
Brennan, go. I hear, bro.
I got him. In the back, Waskins, there's 2 in the back. 1 more in the back. He's close spot.
Statue.
Fire ladder, statue.
I'm heading around.
I'm gonna go around too.
Guys, Apples, he's literally statues.
One shot.
Is he in the back?
Zed's on a 5.
We're hitting this.
Statue.
Yeah, we have to work.
I needed a hill.
Alright, we gotta get kills right here.
I'm going around beer.
He's weak on hill, Brennan.
In fire, not weak.
Complexity doing what they can, but Joe, it's actually the UNILAD lead that continues to build. Zed, 21-11 on a 6 streak, and this is a guy. When we heard he came into UNILAD, there were a lot of question marks from a lot of players. You're talking about the fact that he's usually dominant online, doesn't necessarily perform the same way in a LAN atmosphere. Right now, he's going off, Joe.
I mean, what was it last year? He was on that, what was it, that Elevate roster who was like 0-18 in the Pro League. They didn't win a map. So, yeah, a lot of questions on Zed.
Yeah.
But he's having a great one. As you said, 7 in a row. He did find a glide bomb. But, you know, going through that listening with Complexity, I think the comms were pretty solid, but the one thing that I sort of noticed, as soon as there was sort of 3 or 4 dead for Complexity, there wasn't someone saying, hey, we need to do this, we need to do this. It was like, all right, I'm going to go around. All right, yeah, I'm going to go around too, right? There didn't seem to be a vocal leader.
And then someone
in
just,
that
I think
group.
someone added like, yeah, we're fine. And then Zed killed 2 of them. Like, yeah, there wasn't a lot of instruction. Maybe that's just something that we're going to see develop with this team over the course of it. And that's something I wish we did more of, kind of track the listen-ins as they start maybe the beginning of stage 2, stage 1, and then see how it is towards the end and see if some of these vocal leaders maybe step up or kind of a change in the comms over the course of a team.
No, because you could hear Sensor, right, bringing a lot of enthusiasm, trying to get his team pumped up. He's not having the best game right now. But besides that, everybody was pretty cool, calm, and collected. But it was just like when 3 or 4 of them went down, they spawn out. What's the play? How are we going to break this? And there wasn't anyone doing that. They seemed a little bit off, but there we go. UNILAD, they have about a 40-point lead. Complexity, though, trying to set up here at Main Street. There's just 1 player left. That's Dashy. He just needs to buy time, not able to do so. That double bar setup being so effective right now. And we saw this yesterday. When it wasn't Weskin and Shawnee, it was the other duo in Alex and Zed. It just seems like these 2 pairs go off at different times, and maybe that's why people are pumped up about this UNILAD roster.
Well, the lead still growing, 148-96. They're back in the hardpoint here at Main Street. Contested, though, by Ricky for a moment. Ricky gets peeled, and Shawnee lining him up with the bar. I'll tell you what, sometimes it is hard for me to understand why you don't always see a 2-bar setup on this map, man. It has been naughty. We saw in Division A, it was EG that was really taking advantage of that on multiple maps. We even saw them with, what, 2 on Flak Tower CTF. The bar's a powerful weapon, Joe.
No, it definitely is. Has that 3-bullet kill range. Weskin almost able to find 2, but they get that scrap time, that 10 seconds, so that 40-point lead. Now it's up towards 80. UNILAD, they have dominated Main Street. Taking a look at that scoreboard. Everybody really playing it very well on UNILAD. Besides Blast and Dashy, you need a little bit more production from Sensor and Ricky, but this is a good hard point to do so. Alex, he's going to get pushed up. He gets taken down by Sensor. And this really feels like one of the first hills Complexity's had early control on through these rotations. And just like that, it's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Immediately. 45 seconds remaining on this hard point in UNILAD. Potential to just about put this game away with a stronghold here at Docks. They are spawning so far out, and look at that, Zed coming through with another big 2. Look at the streaks building on the right side of your screen. Shawnee 5 in a row. Zed at 2 in a row before he dropped. Weskin 3 in a row. They are dominating right now. A massive streak from Zed early. Now one late from Shawnee as he snaps back onto Sensor and sends him back to respawn.
Yeah, you can see Complexity now. They're going to try and rotate through the back of barrel building, but Shawnee's still back here. Nice shots on Ricky. Almost finds Dashy. Sensor, he's inside as well, but here's Weskin. It's just the teamwork on UNILAD. Seems to be working so well, but he's got to be careful. He's going to get pinched from the front. He gets taken down by Blast. Only 27 more seconds needed for UNILAD. Streaks, though, going to be called in, but that's not good. As soon as you call that in, 3 of your players go down. So a bit of a waste there, but they still have some more utility to work with.
Ricky connecting with the bar of his own. The only real difference here with the setup is what Dashy's been running an STG, I believe, kind of consistently throughout this. And I don't think that's the only difference in this scoreline, but UNILAD, man, they have been impressive. They need to get Complexity out of barrel, but they've still got such a massive lead right now. They have a little bit of time to toy with.
Yeah, this is sort of one of the big questions with Complexity. You obviously, I love Doug's confidence. I'm going to win champs. A lot of people are like, what? Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do. He's back in the Pro League. He gets his guys fired up, but one of the big question marks for me for Complexity is just the slaying power, right? Like, even if Dashy and Blast go off, how are Sensor and Ricky going to perform? And you can see it now. Not the best performances out of Dashy and Blast, but still, you have Ricky at -9. You have Sensor at -9. That just can't happen. And this is against a UNILAD team. We're not talking Rise, Luminosity, Optic.
And Sensor and Ricky are 2 guys just, for most of their careers, I've taken flack for that type of thing.
Yes.
You talk about just the stats they're able to put up. And we know it's not everything, but when you have 2 on the same team, it might become a little bit trickier. No, you definitely rely on maybe Dash and Blast to pick it up, but
I gotta find that stat. There was some ridiculous record JP put out where, like, throughout stage 2, basically the team that outslayed won like 98%. No, just recently.
Oh, for the 2 weeks.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout stage 2, it was something ridiculous. Like 95% of games where they outslayed. Like, we talk about it a lot. Yes, KD doesn't matter. There's always going to be important kills, but it definitely helps. It helps.
It does. UNILAD just 9 more points to seal the deal, but Dashy wants none of it, despite the fact that there is an artillery on the front side of this hard point. Complexity is still in, soaking up time, and Dashy continues to get it done with that machine pistol before finally dropping. UNILAD now back in the hard point. Cincer's going to be the guy there to maybe shut it down. He's able to win on one-on-one that gets them out for a moment. At least make sure they don't get a couple more points onto this. But this is kind of similar to what Mindfreak's position was. Like, they need basically a perfect holded statue and then a flawless transition to Main Street. Granted, I think they had a little bit more than 8 seconds to work with their opposition, but it's doable. It's doable. You have the setup right now to do this. You just have to be perfect.
It definitely is. I don't know if there's any more streaks on UNILAD, so that could definitely help them as well. You can see how is UNILAD going to break this. That helps. That first kill. Now it starts the trades. Now you have a 3 versus 2. Zed, though, he's just trying to stay alive. Now it's on Wuskin, and he finds both of those kills. He's not going to be able to get this time, as the reinforcements for Complexity are going to be there. But this will allow his team some freedom to pick, get pushed up. But it's just Zed. It's 3 more players fall. This is getting a little bit scary here. Zed trying to stay alive, not able to do so. And you see where UNILAD is spawning so far out.
So far out. But Complexity have got to be perfect here. They got the setup. Pushing through lights is Blast, but he's going to lose that one-on-one to Zed as he comes out. They lose one at mid-cut as well, and suddenly it's Alex kind of flying forward.
Yeah,
by himself, though.
Staggered. Yeah, they're staggered right now. You can see 3, and then there's Alex in the back. This is going to take a good push out of UNILAD. If you're Complexity, you have a chance.
The 100-point lead, all but a distant memory right now. Complexity still fighting. They can technically win it here off of this hard point. You think UNILAD's going to be able to contest or at least get him out with nades at some point, but that point hasn't come yet. There's one tucked away in a corner, which is going to be Alex. He's able to come out and pop. There's 2 kills for him. Cincer's the only man. Cincer has to be a hero, but not able to do it as he's faced with a 1-on-3 in the hard point. And UNILAD, much like our first series of the day for E-United, they were able to survive a scare from Mindfreak. UNILAD do it here against Complexity.
Yeah, you can see Zed's laughing a little bit. Because, I mean, yesterday they were in an opportunity like that to make a comeback and Optic closed the door on them. So they've had some very close hard points. I'm sure they didn't want to choke that one, but a very good one from UNILAD. Just off to a hot start. They got going. They were up about 90 to 100 points. And then you could see, though, Complexity starting to heat up a little bit. We'll see if they can carry that sort of end game momentum into Search and Destroy. But one thing I got to note, when I walked backstage, I saw UNILAD scrimming. I don't believe I saw Complexity, playing against another team. And that could be the reason why you saw sort of that big shift in Game 1.
Interesting. Well, I know Jess had a chance to actually talk to Wuskins on the side of UNILAD before this particular series. I'm kind of curious to hear his thoughts. Jess, to you.
Yes, Clint, that's right. So he gave me a very brief answer. I asked him, how are you feeling? How do you expect it to go? And he goes, well, we don't lose, so it's going to be a 3-0. So I guess they are a third of the way there. We'll find out kind of how the rest of that series goes. But for now, Joe and Clint, back over to you.
You said he didn't lose?
They lost yesterday.
I was just saying. They're on 1.
No, I love the confidence. So we talked about delusional confidence maybe a little bit, but from Cincer sometimes. I love that stuff. It's just, I don't know, talk a little
what do you want your teammate to say? Like, exactly. No, well, Ricky's not that good, so we're not going to win champs.
Always remember, whenever I think of delusional confidence, who was it that got roasted? Oh, I think it was like Joe Flacco in an interview. And they went up and asked him, like, are you a top quarterback in this league? And he was like, yes. And people were like, he thinks he's better than Tom Brady? Like, what is he supposed to say there?
No.
Like, no, actually, I fly somewhere like the 6 to 8 spot. Like, Tom's great. What are you supposed to say there? Like, you got to have some confidence. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. And for UNILAD, this is a series that you need to win. Like, do you need to beat the Optic, Rise, LG type teams to get top 4? No, but it helped, yes. But these are the ones you have to win, especially when you go up 1-0. You have to close out this series, your complexities, the teams from APAC, and then the United, I think, is where you probably have to get that steal. But you got to win this series now. You're up 1-0. Got to take it home.
No, definitely so. I agree with you. That's sort of the big talk is who's going to take that 4th spot. I mean, again, I think to a lot of people, including myself, LG, Optic, Rise, they should all make playoffs. It just comes down to that 4th spot. And I think the 3 teams you have to look at are UNILAD, Complexity, United. Well, I guess you throw Mindfreak in there, Mindfreak, they've shown some good stuff. They just haven't been able to close games yet.
They're always in the conversation just because how close they play everyone. The question is just, can they win those close series? And that's going to be a question for, I mean, it's not just Mindfreak. That's the conversation for a lot of bubble teams. That's usually, wow, we could have made playoffs. It is so close, but you just fall short in the big series.
You know what I was thinking about? UNILAD, he says we don't lose. They actually lost twice yesterday.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Just for reminding their fans at home. And
yeah.
Hopefully, Scraps, you're out there somewhere chuckling to yourself as you're rooting on your brother now. You left him.
Well,
but it worked out. It worked out for your career.
Yeah, and I
Good luck
think
to
as we go into this game 2, this map number 2, you and I were very excited about this to watch Dashy. And I think you saw Blastful as well with the sniper rifle. So you have that double sniper setup on the other side. I believe we have a sniper. So we shall see what Dashy's able to find. But yeah, this kid is just so fun to watch, so entertaining with this weapon.
So a question for you. I mean, UNILAD, assuming they've done their research, they know what kind of sniper Blast and Dashy can be. How do you try to combat this against 2 prolific snipers?
You do exactly what they're doing. They took control of bottom ship. They realize there's nothing there. They get onto that B bomb. Now you have a setup, right? You have the bomb down. You have map control. Just don't give up picks, you know, to those sniper rifles. It's so hard to retake with 2. But oh my God. All right. Well, at least Weskin was able to trade that. But yes, Dashy plays a very different play style with the sniper rifle. He plays very aggressive. He does not care. He will rip you off anything.
Yeah, I mean, that is just not a gunfight you expect, especially when someone's holding the corner like that, for him to just pop and nail the shot. But he does it now.
Oh, he would have had that. He would have had Weskin. Yeah, Shawnee in great position as well. He got on a flank. It seems like he's in a great spot. He found one, and I don't know if that player's going to be able to fuse. He just got on it, so the timing is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, he has to get off of it. But yeah, so a good first round for UNILAD.
I get it, and that's like you said, like, yes, do they have the ability to hit some shots at the snipers in that retake position? They have a chance, sure, but it's going to be tough. Like, even though he hit that shot, they still lose the round because the pressure. It's such a quick plant. The pressure's on him so early. And the retake, you got to think when you retake it with 2 snipers, it might develop a little bit.
hard.
Well, it develops a little bit. Not only is it hard to hit the shots in due period, but it develops a little bit slower, and you only have so much time. You got to get going.
And Shawnee was able to sneak on through, and he was just like, you know what, Weskin, stay alive. I'll check the bomb. They were able to do that, and they closed that round. We'll see now. Well, we know Complexity, we know Center, and Center's going to have that bomb net. Any opportunity, he's going to try and plant it. Shawnee tried to go on a bit of a flank, but Ricky's able to find that kill.
Yeah, pushes up B and gets some nice shots in, but not the easiest with a PPSH. So now 4v3 advantage for Complexity. Zer's waiting on an opening, maybe trying to bait out these grenades before they work to get this plant down.
Yeah, and that shot that Shawnee took, you know, a play like that, well, yeah, there's Sensor Planet. But
Is there a second follow-up?
You know, Pharaoh is the guy who always hits that B street, but he usually does it with an STG, you know, with that airborne AR, and that could be the reason why he saw that gunfight. But Sensor, he gets the bomb down.
Was there a second nade there? It was when a little too deep?
I think it might have missed.
Did it miss? Yeah. I thought it looked like a second explosion went off, just a little bit deep. Nades coming in from the offense as well. On the bomb is Alex, and Alex's head is gone. Zed is up next. Dashy's trying to quick scope him, but with the shots coming in, they know he's not on it. Trying to bait him to him. Trying to bait him. This could work. This could work. They're lining up for Zed. Zed fries both. And Zed gets the defuse. He played that brilliantly. Just baited him down, make them think he's on it. They fly up, and he guns both. I'm not saying Complexity played that perfectly. You're looking at me like, okay,
no, I am.
What are you thinking, buddy?
Ricky right now, like, I mean, if you're Dash, you have a sniper rifle. Why are you going? Just switch up your angle. You wall banged him off the bomb a second ago. Literally the same spot. He shot Alex right off the bomb. You have a sniper. You don't have to rush that with a pistol. All right, well, that's a throw if you've ever seen one.
Nice play from Zed, but he did get assisted by Complexity.
Like, there's 13 seconds left. Just one guy has to go. And you could have went under. Why did you go up the steps? You could have went under the bomb.
This could have, you know, ill effects on the rest of this game, too, because Zed getting close to streaks because he gets both the kills and the defuse. If he gets streaks behind this, could be a very troublesome game 2 from Complexity, who's already down 0-1 in this.
Oh, you saw him. Yep, you saw his shoulder.
Smoke out, though. Now it's just all a timing thing. Weskin, though, can't hit the snap on the other side.
And I like that play. They baited out the cross, and then Weskin goes to try to get that snipe shot. Bomb is down now, but here comes the push from Complexity. Zed, he's able to find one, but Ricky took down Alex. Now you have a 3v3.
He found one and got away with his life, which is the big thing. Still needs that kill for the streak. Wins one with the pistol. Zed just got another kill. So he's on a 6 streak, and there's the glide bomb.
Yeah, so now it's on Dashy. He's 5-1, but yeah, they haven't been winning rounds. He knows there could be a player in the back, and yeah, Zed peaks it. Zed having a great game at 7-1, and
that all starts because of that round, at least for him, as far as working towards streaks.
Yeah, and then Shawnee was able to get into the Complexities window. He had that cross. He starts that trade that gives him so much information, makes it a 2 versus 2. Zed stepping up big time here for UNILAD.
Yeah, he had a big game 1 as well. Looking solid here.
I mean,
what's the streak? He had a 7 streak at the respawn, and can we go to? We got to start with him. He's on. I think he's 7 in a row right now.
Yep, 7. But this is just some sloppy gameplay right now from Complexity.
7-1 on a 7 streak. Zed taking advantage of the sloppy play in a big way.
Say Weskin and Shawnee have 3 kills. Alex has 0. So.
Just crushing him. Looking for a pick. Bottom mid. Here goes the push. Almost catches another, but Shawnee able to finish the kill first. 3 versus 3 early in this one. Zed in position to help Shawnee down low if needed. Weskin's now been picked and actually all falls to Zed and Shawnee. Got spotted in the corner. Trying to challenge this. Drop shot. Dashy gone. Nice play there from Shawnee. And you've still got Zed around the backside. Wisely gets out of that gunfight, but Shawnee comes and peeks. It looks like Ricky read it like a book.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I would have loved Zed to wide peek that as well with him, right? If you're going to double peek that, I like the bait and switch, but Ricky, he has that STG. If they double peek that, maybe they get that down. That makes it a 1v1. Instead, it's a 2 versus 1 for Complexity. They get a round on the board. But I think the big kill was Sensor. He's able to find Weskin. I'm not exactly sure where that was. It seemed to be around towards that A-bomb area, but I don't think there was any reason really for Weskin to be pushed up that far. You have bottom middle control. You have everything, you know, all the map positioning in the world.
Well, once you had the 2-on-2 and it was Shawnee and Zed, Shawnee gets the drop shot kill to get it to a 2v2, then peeks the back. Like, in that spot where you know the player's position, do you consider using a streak there and just winning that round?
Potentially.
Just use a glide bomb or something? Where's he going to go?
Yeah, you definitely can. We'll see, though, how will he use his streaks because, you know, players going to use Mountain. It's hard to get kills on this map at times just due to, well, players can just go under that ship. See now, Weston, he has that sniper rifle. Can he find anything? We'll see how, look at how Complexity's playing. Very much middle-centric. They're going to give up bombs. You know, they want to basically avoid those streaks.
Well, let's see what UNILAD can do.
You see, as soon as that smoke goes down, they all like rotate over to A. So there we go. Then they all get towards bottom middle. So they make sure the plan isn't in. Alex, though, is pushing up with a bomb. I like this play. Just push up. That's what you have to do. Get map positioning with that streak. Now, all of Complexity are going to start to rotate out, but bomb's planted.
Take a look at the position from UNILAD as they're trying to set up here. Post plant. Weskin's the man in the back with the sniper. He spotted one pushing up on the B street. He might have been tagged up. It could be taken out by Blast on the opposite side, but he is able to get away with his life. Zed wants to invest another streak here, so this is big. You've got to win this round if you're UNILAD, or things starting to fall apart. Zed gets a kill with the sub. The artillery connects as well. 2 players left for Complexity. Make it 1. Ricky on his lonesome.
Yeah, this is done.
15 seconds. Artillery's down. Ricky's just hunting for the kill. He can't get back in time, so you use a lot here from UNILAD, but you secure the round.
Yeah, just a great job from them, and then Weston doing a wonderful job staying alive with that sniper rifle. If you have the bomb planted in that area with the sniper, you just have to hang out back here. You have that angle. Ooh, goes for the no scope. But 4-1 now for UNILAD.
You still have the fighter pilot to work with, so you got to think maybe next offense they could use it in similar fashion to get that bomb down again. They played it really well. It might have got close down to a 1v1, but I don't know. It didn't feel like they were ever really at big risk of losing that round.
And this is, I mean, if you look at this Complexity roster, like you imagine with Dashy, Blastful, and Ricky, 3 just incredible search and destroy players over the past couple of years. This is a game mode where you expect them to excel. If they're going to win series, it's very similar to what a lot of people think how Tatum Mines is going to win games. Bull searches, steal or respawn.
That's usually the recipe for the underdog. Weskin still has this sniper out, trying to look for this 5th round victory in a 3 versus 3. View of Dashy's POV on the other side. They're just slowly trying to move this bomb up, maybe a little bit worried about streaks. Only no 2 got invested, it's just the fighter pilot. Ricky. Oh my God, Weskin.
That was close.
Yeah, real close.
Yeah,
Raised the hip.
Like you could see he's trying to bait out Dashy just a little bit. Oh, did he see him? He sees his knee, and well, we'll see.
Knee now, gone. ACL, MCL, removed. 30 seconds remaining. They've moved it over to B. Looking to get this down. 3 versus 2 for Complexity. Zed has been incredible at 10-3. He's got to be big here. Can he make the play to try and give them a chance? He's got nearly all of his team's kills. He's going to go up top.
Yes, he does.
He spots one.
That's Dashy as well. That's a sniper. That'd be a big kill.
Is that nade? Maybe a little bit too deep. He got picked almost a second later anyway. Pressure now falls to Alex, able to win 1, but with 24 seconds remaining, not a whole lot of time to do anything here for UNILAD. That's Alex's 1st kill, 2nd kill. 3rd kill's above him.
Yeah, Ricky just runs away. Heads up play from Ricky. plays the clock. Yeah, that was even the first kill for Blastful. Those two players were struggling a bit that round. Now Ricky, he's gonna just jump up at 7.5. Oh, he's working on some streaks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he can't die here. He really need to play that smart.
Ricky now getting close for himself.
Big round for Complexity because, you know, Ricky not getting towards streaks. And obviously it would have been a colossal fall there if they would have allowed Alex to 1v3. He didn't really ever have a chance kind of, at least to kill Ricky the first time around. He would have had a different angle and just turned and beamed him, but not really a lot to work with there. Ricky plays it right. And then with that last kill, did he get anything or really close?
I think he's 1 kill away.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a chance once this round begins, once we get back into it.
Because that might be how you come back.
Oh, no, he actually got one. He got a glide bomb. So, yeah, does even UNILAD recognize this? I mean, Ricky's 8-3. We'll have to see now. A couple of rounds now for Complexity. They're starting to get some momentum. You still have that fighter pilot on the side of Zed and UNILAD.
Curious if they try to use that to get a bomb down or maybe save it for a more stressful situation later in this game. If Complexity starts to bring it back. Buy bomb. Invested very early. Oh, he's actually able to get a kill there. Blast finds one as well. Dashy bottom ship gets a kill, and Alex now all alone. He, I don't know, was close to a 1v3 in the previous round. Now he's got to pull off a 1v4 in 45 seconds. Can't finish Ricky. His position's now given away, and he's in trouble.
Yeah, and I love that play call as well. Alex should get cleaned up there. There we go. Complexity swarms on in for their 3rd round in this game. But I like that play call. You know, call it in early, catch them off guard. You could see how many players didn't have Mountain. And then once all of them go bottom middle, once all of UNILAD go bottom middle, Complexity just flood them in. They know where all those players are. They throw their nades. They throw their stuns. They have them trapped at the bottom of the ship. That puts Alex in that 1v4.
So you still just have the one fighter pilot on UNILAD, which, I mean, the one good thing for UNILAD is you didn't get caught in like an awkward spot where you're calling that in at the same time the other Mayhem went down. That could have been ugly. But you still have this, and Ricky is so close. 50 points off the artillery.
I didn't give him bomb either.
So no bomb to give him the plant secure it. Obviously, you know, you see players killed off that side all the time. But then again, we've seen both teams kind of miss their double nade strat onto the bomb plant.
Yeah, smoke went down today. Stun goes out, so UNILAD, they know there's some presence there. See Shawnee bottom ship, Blastful, he's up here. And when is Sensor gonna go? Because you know how this round is. Set up the bomb. That's how usually search and destroy teams with Sensor on it. They like to play. There we go. He crosses back, but Alex, nice shots with that STG, and here we go. Here comes that fighter pilot. He's gonna find Ricky. Does he find anything else? Doesn't need to though, right? It's a 4 versus 2 now. This should be a round secured now for UNILAD. Unless Dashy and Blastful has some heroics.
Dashy is trying to find what he can on the back line of UNILAD.
Oh, that's nice.
There's a kill. He knows the position of Alex as well. Alex cannot get picked here. Oh my God, he almost did. Now he's gonna get snapped on. You still have Blast in this. There's not a lot of time to work, but Blast's gonna fly forward. Suddenly it's one player left in Wuskin. Wuskin's position in the back, but Wuskin hits the shot. 11 seconds now on the clock. Sniper, first Blast. He's gonna stick the bomb. Blast. The S&D Phenom, this is a spot you want him in. The plant's in, and he's away. And suddenly, a round victory for UNILAD seems to have disappeared.
One good thing is he is very quiet, right? He has that mountain. He has a good idea where Blastful is. He probably hears him, right? Blastful's very loud. Just has to catch the timing right. He has a machine pistol, not the best thing. And here we go. There we go. Wuskin plays it perfectly. Clutches the 1 versus 1, and that was a big round because, well, we talked about the heroics. The heroics were there. Dashy hits some incredible shots right there on the UNILAD. Makes it a 1 versus 1.
You had to win it, and Wuskins did it. I mean, use
a fighter
yeah,
pilot.
Exactly. Use a fighter pilot. You're in a 4v2. The 2 players, one of them has a sniper. You're set up in good positions on the back line. The pressure's on Complexity to get the plant down. Like, it was a tough 2v4, and they almost made it happen. That the odds couldn't have been worse than a 2v4, it feels like.
And didn't have much time. I think he got the bomb down with 8 seconds left.
So close. But for UNILAD, Wuskin makes the play in a very stressful round. Wuskin gets into the next round. He's immediately gone. Hey, nice clutch, buddy. Yeah. See you later.
We're just getting to the round and his head's off already. You have Sensor up here, top window. 4v3 now for UNILAD. But that first blood, I believe Ricky still has some streaks, or 1 streak maybe. Nope, he has nothing. Okay, I lied. That first blood definitely helps. Looking at the first blood counter, I mean, Complexity has 7 of them. Ricky and Dashy doing such a good job, but UNILAD still have that round lead.
That's actually wild. That's so lopsided considering the scoreline. Dashy is trying to find another opening.
You can see, like, even in that 4 versus 2, just sort of Dashy's presence, like, people don't even want to take the gunfights. Like, Alex was just, like, peeking the corner, and then he just gets quick-scoped. Like, they don't even want to try to do anything. It looks like UNILAD, they're going to go up and try to find Sensor. Sensor plays the angle well. I like that idea to use the bar up there, right? It's so close. Just takes 3 bullets. That's an easy kill on a Shawnee. Dashy now. He has some help from Ricky now. Just like that, it's Zed now in a 1.
He's behind the team, though. There's 2. He sees a 3rd up top. That's a tough gunfight. Just back down. He's a sniper. Oh, he's a sniper. Hits the shot. Zed already clutched in the 1v2. Now trying to do it in the 1v4.
Oh, he's got no time.
There's no time to. Oh, my God. I wasn't looking at the clock at all. I saw him hit that snipe, and I was like, oh, my God, he's going to do this. Oh, my God.
That was disgusting.
Oh, yeah. It was so.
I looked up, and I was like, damn, 2 seconds.
I wasn't even thinking about the clock. I was just, oh, my God, he could do this.
Well, I was like, all right, he's got to get the bomb and plant.
Honestly,
he's got 2 seconds.
Once I accidentally called him Zod, I was out of it. Zod!
Isn't that like a villain?
I have no idea.
Isn't it like General Zod? I don't know. Whatever. All right, here we go.
Star Trek or something?
I don't know.
General Zod.
Well, Dashy gets another first blood.
That's Zed's new nickname.
But Zed, he gets another kill. He's at 15 out of 4 spree, almost gets another. But Dashy is literally not missing. He has 15. 3 snipes already on the round.
What a ridiculous performance from Zed of UNILAD and Dashy.
This is why we were so excited at this map.
Get me a round 11. Just get me to a round 11.
We're going.
It's all on Waskin.
Give him the ace. Watch this.
Pop!
He's not missing.
It does not look fun to play against whatsoever.
No.
So anyone watching, and I missed the complexity match yesterday, so they may have played Texas for all I know. But if I watched this, okay, they didn't. I'm not going to Texas, even though they might lose this game and they've been losing throughout most of it. I just wouldn't want to deal with him sniping. Yeah. He really looks like Benicio del Toro's kid.
So here's that stat JP just had us in. 31-1 to the outslaying team throughout stage 2.
Slaying still important. And that's just the respawns, Hardpoint, and probably I would assume so.
Yeah. Round 11, you wanted it. We got it. As you said, yeah, Dashy 16-8. The other side, it's Zed 15-7.
He puts away the sniper here. This is the first round I think he's done it, right? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe he had one earlier. We got to kill bottom ship. But sniper is put away for the all-important round 11.
I don't know if I mean...
After you come off a sniper ace,
I'm like,
it catches everybody off guard.
Do whatever you want.
Waskin stunned momentarily. The backside of the ship.
Oh,
Alex able to get across. The nade should come in. Can they finish this? Or has everything been invested?
There we go. The nade.
Oh my God.
What a play by Alex as well. He gets away. He wasted 2 more nades for complexity.
That is.
So now if they still have a smoke, and they do on Waskin, this could be a great round for UNILAD. As soon as that smoke goes down, expect pressure for complexity on that A staircase.
Dashy still dealing with that.
There we go. There it is. There he is. He crosses. There's a pressure. Blastwell gets a kill. The bomb isn't down as well, but Zed's there to trade. Nade goes in. Do they hit anything in Zed in such a tough spot? He just ducks down. Oh my God. Nice shots on Ricky. 3v2 now. 20 seconds left.
Oh, Ricky beamed. Waskin, though, can't hit the shot. 3v2, bomb is planted.
Just go to the back, right? You don't have to do this. Just back up.
And the one time you'd love a sniper on Dashy, maybe to pick him in the back. You don't have it here.
Waskin just needs to play his life. There we go. Find Sensor.
It's all on Dashy. And he's gone. UNILAD survive the comeback.
That was a fun one.
That was fun. Yeah. That was fun. I mean, well, actually, they survived the comeback in both maps, really, right? Like, complexity finally starts to come alive. That was a treat. Some crazy snipes, some crazy clutches. A clutch that I was excited to happen, even though there's 2 seconds on the play clock. We were both just into it when you said that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
That's like,
I was like, he's definitely killing the last guy. If only.
What did you always do in stage 1? You're like, if it would be like if you won the round. Oh, that's what it would be. Yeah.
Dude, once he hit that snipe, the clock went out of my brain. I was like, he's doing this. That was amazing. But let's take a look at the scuff play of the game. It's Zed of UNILAD coming in, and there were a lot of incredible plays. So this will at least see it. So there's what, 12 seconds there? Yeah, he had no chance. But still, this snipe put my brain on a different map. He picks it up off the body too.
He also put Sensor's brain on a different map with this shot right there. There's that headshot.
And you can see where
Beautiful
Blast
plays
is.
out of Zed. Yeah, Blast just knows there's no time for him. I mean, if he has 5 more seconds to get to that bomb and plant it, potentially this is a 1v4.
Oh, great play by Zod.
General Zod.
I'm going to screw that up the rest of his career now. Wow, some incredible, you had what, a sniper ace, I believe, from Dashy during that. And we've talked a lot about the fact that he had a 20 kill game, not where he sniped the entire thing, but sniping throughout a lot of it. That is now, what are you in, 16, 17?
16?
A lot
But
of,
I'm going to be honest, though, round 11, like, keep the sniper out. Like, you just aced the entire team.
Yeah, interesting, to say the least, but the strategy falls short for complexity, and the series seeming to do the same. Down 0-2 right now. UNILAD looking to close out the series when we get back from this quick commercial break. Welcome back. UNILAD up 2-0 after a nail-biting search and destroy in which we had highlight plays at a dash of complexity and Zed on UNILAD.
General Zod.
General Zod. We're going to see how it all breaks down, though, now. It's London Docks, CTF, UNILAD looking for the hot 3-0. They can close it out here.
Yeah, UNILAD, you know, against Rise and Optic yesterday, they played Arden Forest, and I was questioning that, but they impressed me. You know, Rise, they ended up losing that one 4-2, but the first half they led 2-0. But, you know, they took it to Optic Gaming. That's what sent it to that game 4. But just off the start, Sensor goes for a flagpole. But now the pressure on Complexity is to go down, so just pretty much back and forth at the start. And a lot of the times on London Docks, we see one team win the breakoff and they can go get a flag very quickly.
Nothing yet, Joe. They're looking for an opening now as Dashy gets a pick in water. Zed, next man up from UNILAD, up to the task. As he is, Elise is still holding down a very crucial spot on the map for their defense here inside of Fire. Next man up is going to be Sensor. Sensor peeks the edge and wins one gunfight. Dashy comes through for Complexity as well. Two pushing in. Zed has had an incredible series trying to keep it going. Zed finally is going to drop.
But he bought time, right? He just stayed alive. You know, even if it's 3 to 4 seconds that he gets in there, he allows his teammates to push up. Weskin finds a couple of kills. Now it's just on Blastful, gets traded. So just by staying alive, does Zed buy his team enough time? But Sensor, he's just going for it, right? Sensor, a very objective-oriented player, just loves to just go at it, takes any opportunity he can.
I like how he played that. You know, he just tried to sprint up as quick as he could, get into a sneaky corner there and delay any kind of counter push to mid-map from UNILAD. I even like the re-challenge. He just has to hit his shots. Like, honestly, he could have won that gunfight, probably should have.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is the best I've ever seen Zed play. Like, he started, again, 7-1. What, throughout that hard point, he was playing so well. That S&D, yeah, I questioned the decision, but it seems to be working out pretty well. If he can continue to play like this against all the teams in the division.
Again, man, on a hot mic, Scraps, when I asked him about this team, he had nothing but praise for the new roster and nothing but praise specifically for Zed. So, I mean, you talk about sometimes people being, you know, better online, but usually over time, that starts to transfer to LAN. Right now,
yes, I think a lot of people, let's say a couple of these players on these rosters are very good online.
Oh, my favorite one, what was it, the Band's tweet? Like, I just met Dashy online. I'm never playing him again. Something along those lines. But the flag is going to be out. It's Dashy off to the races right now, as he is going to put the first score on the board for Complexity. Is Blast.
Another one.
This should be a rally. They should have more pressure here, but Blast wants to make sure he gets the streaks as well. Wait, did he not? He didn't get the flag touch. He turned around before it, so he didn't get the fighter pilot. Can we check Blast off spawn?
We'll have to check when he spawns
I'm pretty sure.
No, he ran away with it. But he didn't get the fighter pilot.
No, he didn't touch it, I don't think.
All right.
I think he just missed it and turned around.
Oh.
I mean, that's big. A fighter pilot's pretty crucial. I know you're already up 2-0, but that was a free fighter pilot if he even dives on it there.
No, and you look at that scoreboard, Zed, he needs some help. All the guys on UNILAD, you know, double negative as well. Alex finds 3 kills, so that changes that up a little bit. But the side of Complexity, Dashy playing well, Blastful picked it up, so did Ricky. So everyone contributing on the side of Complexity. It has to be the same thing for UNILAD, and here we go. They have an opportunity, but you can see Blastful. He stopped. He's going to call in that glide bomb, try to find one. He goes for Zed, not able to connect. He's going to call in that artillery as well. He puts it down Craven, but that player should be able to, what, get it up ladder?
It's close. It looks like on the minimap he might.
But it looks like they stopped. Shawnee stopped.
He needs help. Alex is going to have to rotate over through Fire. And he's isolated over here in these crates. So Shawnee's got to make a play.
Yeah, but he has help from Alex. There's that first kill, but that player, that Sensor, he's inside Fire. But he doesn't finish the kill. Now it's Ricky. You can see the trades back and forth, but it's just it's a 3 versus 2 now for UNILAD. This would be a very big score, especially on this side. We talk about how many times we saw Blastful do it. You can get that spawn kill in, you know, when you attack Fire, and there we go. They're going to put that one away.
Give me the streaks. There they are, fully streaked out now for Alex. I feel like Shawnee had been so confused where he was getting shot from when his player was at top Fire steps and Sensor just peppering. He was like, where's that coming from? But they do get it in, and they get some streaks to work with. And remember, you didn't get the fighter pilot on Blast. He uses both streaks there to stop it. They don't stop it, and you invest it all. At least you have an opportunity here for maybe a bit of a delayed counter. Yeah, you really do now.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a counter. I don't even know if you invest anything if you're Alex. So all of your teammates are down. Nobody's in any position. So a good job for Complexity. You know, keep that 2-flag lead. You still have Ricky set up here at Crane, but he just gets melted by Zed.
Nice cap from Complexity. That makes the use of the streaks not working out to stop the cap feel a little bit better as you bring it back to the 2-cap lead here in the final moments. There are 20 seconds left. And Shawnee, last time he got the touch, it was from pushing all the way up through water and kind of sneaking through the cracks. This time, unfortunately, he runs into Ricky's bar, set up on the box.
Shots.
He hit some nice ones on Wuskin as well.
And there's 10 seconds. This is an opportunity for Complexity. You can see them sprinting. Zed, the only player really in a position to stop a flagpole. They have 4 seconds to get a touch. Send it into extra time. 1 second. Nobody on Complexity. Oh, they went for it. Sensor actually got it. With 1 second left, that flag is out. But there we go. All 4 go down. So a bit of an opportunity, and it looks like they're going to leave it. They're going to go. So UNILAD.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to go for this.
You're 4 down. You get position. Use the streak here. Maybe he wants to...
I would love for them to save the streak still for the next shot. I think they're so much stronger on the opposite end, but if you have an opportunity, why not go for it? 35 seconds. There's that first kill. Oh, it auto-returned.
Yeah. Well, I like the attempt to make it there. I think you're right, though. Streak's a little bit better on the other side. Just save him. I thought for a second he was going to be fighter pilot in. Yeah. They're going to go. Complexity. They've got to take these next 5 minutes to extend the series.
Yeah, much better half from them, from all 4 players, all contributing. You can see the pressure that Sensor's putting on them. You know, Dashy playing that slow roll with the AR. But we'll see now. Can UNILAD on that stronger side? They still have some streaks to work with. Alex, he's picked it up. He's at 14-8. Now you have to look at Wuskin and Shawnee. As the pressure comes in fast on that statue side. But a couple of kills go the way of UNILAD. But you do have one player, that's Blastful, going all the way around Cold Room. He might have found an opportunity. This should be a big opportunity for Complexity to see it away with this. He just gets around the corner as well. That was Alex who spawned up. But one player pushed through great from top middle. Great play from Shawnee.
Shawnee able to cut it off, and now Wuskin on the other end. He's going to have a one-on-one here with Ricky. Ricky peeks it, and he's able to peel him off the box.
One player spawned water, though. That was Dashy. Dashy spawned down low. So he's the one player that may put an end to this push right here. Are they going to expect him to be there? Nope. Dashy finds one. They put the artillery down as well.
And now Zed's like, great.
Yeah, I mean, if Dashy doesn't spawn water there, they trap him with the artillery. But he does do their positioning on Main Street, and all Complexity get away.
And now they're on offense. Shawnee's going to be coming off spawn, so it'll be a 4-on-4 here in a moment. But he's 5-13. Shawnee has not been a big part of this game thus far, except for, well, that flagpole that led to their one score, really. But Sensor, underground, in behind, able to beam 2. One remaining inside a beer is going to drop as well. Wuskin's off the map, and that's a clean pull. The only one up is Alex. He has the streaks to work with. Okay, they're going to use him here. He's so far across, though. He's already into fire. It'll pick him up. There's another guy there for the relay, and they have somebody pushed up the barrel. So, I don't know. I think those situations where you're 3-4 down that clean, you can't use the streak. Like, I just didn't think they had a chance to play behind that. Nobody was even up.
Hopefully for them, this sets up a counter cap as you already have Shawnee. You already have Shawnee here. Gives them a little bit more map position, but Blastful, he's starting to heat up as he finds 2. You still have Wuskin down low. That nade hit a wall. There's a trade though for Zed. Now if you're Alex, if you spawn up, potentially you call him that fighter pilot. Looks like he's going to do that. You can see he's not moving. Here comes that fighter pilot, but Wuskin goes down. How many kills can he get? He can't get anything. He finds 1, but that's it. And all those streaks just like that are gone.
Wow. Just nothing out of it. At least like you said, like the blast streaks earlier kind of set up a little bit of a counter. This doesn't lead to really anything for UNILAD. So now you're trailing by 3. When you're trailing by 3 with the streaks, you feel all right, but with no other added utility to work with, they're just going to need to do it as a 4-man unit. But the pressure keeps coming from Complexity at mid-map. Back and forth, the kills keep going. Shawnee wins another one in water. He's been trying to like sneak through and take these one-on-ones and get set up.
Oh, nice shots on the Sensor.
Just can't get away.
Just can't get away. I believe that was a wall bang from Dashy. Nice shots by him. But yeah, now you're in desperation mode if you're UNILAD. You see 3 spawn up and they just go. They just try to get to the enemy base. Sensor spawns up low water. He's going to wrap back. Ricky recognizes that. Put some nades on the flag. Yeah, he knows it. He makes that call out. The other 2 players from Complexity, they're going to go to the enemy base. Nice nade by Wuskin. Gets up a couple of kills, but yeah, that flag's gone. Now you have a 2 versus 2. This could be a big play. This could end the map or swing the momentum into UNILAD's favor, and it looks like it could potentially end the map, and you're okay with a stalemate if you're Complexity. Just waste time.
You absolutely are, and they got it back to safety on either end of this, but you're going to have to keep the flag and be aggressive, I feel like, with this kind of, yeah, there they go. You've got to play with it if you're Wuskin and try to make a play with your team. Take whatever advantage you can, or, well, not even an advantage, just make it an even 4-on-4 fight as you push towards the base. Zed, opportunity to make a play. Now coming in from behind. Can he find them in water? It's Blast holding the edge, but no shot's going to get in. Takes another one. I think he was stunned by his teammate there, I believe, Dashy, when he came around the edge. So now you've got an opportunity, and you might get some streaks. So there is a glimmer of hope right now for this UNILAD squad. Get it in, get the streaks. They're set up. He should be calling something in as soon as he scores here.
Yeah, but those players, that's Alex. He's going to have a lot of pressure to stay alive. He's got to stay alive. He finds two.
Oh, my God.
One player went up the ladder. Is that call going to come in? It doesn't call in. Blastful gets that kill, and then once again, you find absolutely nothing with the streak. I don't even like that angle.
Yeah, maybe the angle get mixed up, but Alex did what he could, at least in those first 2 gunfights that he won, for the streak to come in, but everything falls apart after that, and you get nothing. Out of the fighter pile.
Zed, yeah, they're going to find another one. They have all the information. Zed now. That glide bomb doesn't find anything. Does get the flag touch, but Blastful is heating up. He's on a force free. That should, shut this down. Alex, the last player here, and that should be the game.
And Blast has had a couple kind of 2 and 3 pieces, key spots on the map that have halted everything UNILAD's trying to do. UNILAD wanted the 3L, not gonna get it here. Complexity will live to see another map.
So good job by Complexity. The reverse sweep, it's on now. If you are those guys, we'll have to see what that next map is. Do you remember what the 4th hardpoint was?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I remember the first 3 maps, that was it. So mystery map 4 coming.
It's just right, it's just mystery.
It is. We're gonna do it all on Gustav now.
No.
We actually see an updated best of 5 when a production team get a chance. We'll take a look through the score lines for those maybe joining us late, and then also look at the maps 4 and 5 for us as we get geared up for it. But obviously the first map's pretty close. Well, to be fair, in maps 1 and 2, UNILAD had a pretty nice lead throughout most of those, so Complexity made it respectable in the end. It made it a close game. Now Complexity takes this. How do you feel about their odds here? Can they bring it back with a reverse sweep?
I mean, they definitely can, right? I think this is just a very even matchup, even game 1, right? It just seemed towards the second half of the game, Complexity started heating up a little bit. I think that's a great thing if you are Complexity. You saw in that game 3, Blastful. He found some big kills. He found a couple of, 2, 3 pieces that stopped UNILAD. On the side of UNILAD, still a solid game from Zed and Alice. You just need one of the other 2 to step up.
Well, before we check out the overall best of 5, we actually want to take a look at some of the stuff from you guys on Twitter with the hashtag CWLPS4. We asked who is the best sub in the game right now, and you guys sent in your responses. The first one, I've got to look over here, and he's already the best sub slayer in the game.
I think we missed a sentence.
They were probably talking about me.
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just told it was Kenny. That makes a lot more sense than.
All right, that was Noah.
Who is he?
Thank you, Noah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about himself.
Yeah, right.
Noah's like me. I am.
I was like looking at it, like, I've been under the weather the past couple days. I'm not feeling my best, and I was like, am I blind? I was like, am I looking at this wrong? Like, is it hiding somewhere?
Where did the second sentence go?
Well, we may not see any more answers from you guys if there is an issue currently with our graphics system. No, there's more. There is more. Zuma, not even close. He's always in your face. He doesn't even care about his deaths. He's just trying to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, Zuma is a guy who puts so much pressure on the map, right? I think for Faye is so important. And then
he is handsome, too.
He is the Stallion. Yeah, I mean, if you looked at his first couple of weeks, FaZe, they started off slow. But that second week, even week 1, they needed him. Like, they needed him to step up, and he brought it.
Imagine being a girl and letting him go. What a beauty. And an incredible Call of Duty player. Do we have any more?
I believe we have one.
We've got 2. We've only had 2. We've got Kenny. We've got Zuma. I'm trying to think from Division A, who really stood out. At least you're talking
Straps?
about that.
Oh, John.
Yesterday, He was a beast. John's the best sub, no questions asked. Most consistent sub for the past 3 years and always outclasses the other best subs. I wouldn't say always. He did start a little rough to the year, but then around, when did he win the MVP at Birmingham? Really started to turn it around. He's been much more consistent. You saw the series yesterday. I mean, John's a freak.
Yeah, I think these 3 players in Kenny, Zuma, John, you can make an argument for. It's weird saying, not bringing Scump into the conversation yet. Right?
Well, I joked on trading shots, and people don't know how to listen or use their ears sometimes. Right. But people tweeted me like, "What do you mean Scump's the worst player on their team?" I don't mean that in a bad way. I was talking about why that makes Optic Gaming such a scary roster.
Right.
Like, if you look statistically over the year, like Methods, Octane, and Krim have just been absolute animals, and Scump hasn't necessarily been Scump this year, but he's still better than 99% of the players. So that is why Optic is terrifying. But no, and that's another that backs up my point even a little bit more. Like, this is probably the first time we haven't talked about Scump in like the top 3 to 5 SMG role since
definitely top 5
started.
But top 3, I think you could probably argue those are the top 3, and Zuma, John, You know, maybe you throw Scraps in there on his performance throughout stage 2.
I think you do.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's just a ton of candidates. You know, Kenny just announced he's the All-Star from Division A from TK, so congrats to him. We'll see them perform. You know, at Anaheim, that'll be a ton of fun, as it always is. We'll see who the All-Stars are from Division B. It's, you know, it's just the second day of Division B, but it's been a lot of fun so far.
Well, here we go, Joe. Into our hard point. It's going to be Arden Forest. And we'll see if Complexity can get this to a game 5. First hard point at Cave.
Yep, you know, you can see Dashy, he's starting to set up. Blastful's able to find a couple of kills, so he's still playing well from that game number 3. He has some help. Blastful, though, he's just watching that cross towards that cave. So no one in full control. It's pretty much a standoff right now, but one player, that's going to be Ricky. Heads on over. Blastful still just doing such a good job being annoying. He started this one off 4-0. He knows those UNILAD players are going to start rotating over towards Ruins, but he gets cut down. So these last 20 seconds should go the way. I was going to say, never mind. Here comes General Zod.
Zed picking up both kills at Cave, and he's got a teammate in Wuskin in position top Ruins to maybe make a play, but as I say that, he's going to get cut down, and now the swarm of Complexity is here at Ruins. They've got one set up Bell, one looking U as well. Sensor will get picked, so the rotation's going to have to come over for Complexity, and Blast is going to be up to the task. You see them spawning out now at back bunker, and they'll have to rotate over, but so far so good here from Complexity.
And that's the big thing. Yes, Zed, he does get a couple of kills there at the old Cave Hill. You know, gives them 15 seconds, but they lost rotation due to that. They gave Complexity the advantage over here at Ruins, and now Complexity are having such a great hold. Yeah, Blastful, he gets taken down. Alex finds one as well, but Sensor and Dashy, they're still alive, and they're still locking this one down for Complexity.
Yeah, it's been a great hold. Still 30 seconds to go here. But if you're UNILAD, you haven't touched the hard point. You haven't been able to contest or really do much at all, and they're just getting pushed out of view behind Ricky going off. He gets, what, 2 kills there, plus the assist on the final player as well. Will get picked, but the comms come into Blast as he's able to wrap back and find the kill. Blast still with a hot start. 9-2. Can he make the kills around the back? That first one, let's see where. Look at that. So the person he kills does end up spawning all the way out of bridge. You've got a nice chance to collapse here from Complexity onto the next hard point.
You see Shawnee and Wuskin, though, they back all the way up. Here's that one gunfight. Great job by Shawnee to stay alive. Pressure, though, on him. Ricky finds that kill. This should be bunker control for Complexity, but UNILAD, they're going to flood the front as fast as possible. Not allow Complexity to get set up. Nade's going in on in, but one player spawns out. That's Blastful due to the pressure of UNILAD. They were able to get there so fast, and they might have broken on in. A good job, a good response from UNILAD, but here comes Dashy.
A couple spawn at Bell from Complexity, too. They'll be able to rotate over here quickly and take the fights. They've now isolated one inside the hard point. That's going to be Alex, but Alex is winning the gunfights in the back. He wins 2 before ultimately dropping, and Sensor now able to get in. A very back-and-forth bunker right now is, like you mentioned, no one kind of got that perfect setup, right? They were never able to push out the front as well.
And that's a big kill by Sensor to win that one-on-one versus Wuskin, because that changed that was about a 15-point swing. UNILAD would have had full control. You imagine Complexity, they rotate on in. So good job by Sensor right there, but now we're going to go towards this East Road Hill. You have Dashy, he's setting up towards Cabin. You would love a player like Dashy, get set up there, and yeah, he's going to have that control. As it just feels like the slaying power of Complexity has finally arrived here in this hard point. Looking at that scoreboard, everybody positive. They have a 40-point lead. Things looking a lot better than that game 1.
And Blast now up to 15-7. Again, just not slowing down over the course of this. Alex and UNILAD's grenades able to come up the top and clear out of the hard point. Blast, though, still here. It feels like every time he is up, it's like a 3 streak or better, just consistently. And you see the way he's shooting. Just picking Wustin off the rock in the back, getting close to streaks now as well. Just take a look at his kills compared to everybody on the UNILAD side. The most is 10. He's doubling up pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, and that's so important for Complexity. You know, I was upstairs talking to some pro players in the pro lounge yesterday. You know, when Complexity was playing, and they're like, Blastful is, you know, one of the best online players, and he just hasn't brought it to land yet. It just feels like every time the camera's on him, he looks a little nervous, he looks a little uncomfortable.
What was it that Decimate tweeted a little bit ago? Something basically said, like, the biggest problem with Complexity right now is
it's not online.
Remembering they're playing on land, not online. But sometimes it happens, especially if you've been playing well online. You have to adjust a little bit.
I mean, and Blastful's a rookie, right? Like, this is his first year here. He makes it to the Pro League. He's putting on a show now in this game number 4. But UNILAD, they're not out of this one, only down about 34 points.
Blast with 3 more. They just keep coming in flurries, 23-10. as he opens up the hard point for Ricky to set up like a turret here with the AR, wondering where the spawn's coming from. Now snaps back, and unfortunately for him, Wuskin has his number, but we're about to get to Ruins, where I think the leads really started to build for Complexity. That's where they really went off the first time through.
But they also had the rotations, right? That's the key difference maker. You can see now UNILAD's getting set up. So Complexity does get that scrap time, but how are they gonna break? It's always that. Some of the best hardpoint teams in the world, they do such a good job breaking those hills. But Shawnee, he finds two. All four go down for Complexity. Nobody in the hill just yet. But that's because UNILAD are just trying to get some map control. And they're trying to give Wuskin time. Okay, so that was the reason why. He was on a 5 spree. They wanted to give him that initial 100. But they lost about 10 seconds there.
You better make sure you get the streaks then. You better make sure you get the streaks then. And unfortunately, there's one behind him. It's Blast that's going to be trying to hunt him down. I hear him yelling, I believe, for some help. He's getting swarmed. Somehow gets a ridiculous timing and gets him behind. I thought he was spotted by Blast. I don't know if he ever saw him. So there's the one streak.
Full streak.
Blast in you. Doesn't matter now as he got the full streaks. Well, at least from a streak perspective. Again, 3 on the kill feed.
He's at 30 kills right now.
Yeah, no.
What did Zuma have, 50?
Yeah, no, it's been absurd. They've just been literally coming in flurries. Every time I feel like he's getting multi-kills. And that helps. His Complexity, once again.
Yep, they get that scrap time. They get that scrap time. And I just feel like because UNILAD waited so long to get into that hill, it sort of messed with the setup a little bit. It allowed Complexity a couple opportunities to break Ruins. They're only down 70 points. You do have the streaks. If you can get a good setup, maybe they put that artillery down in the back door. We'll have to see. What is Wes going to do? It seems like he's not moving right now. He's probably calling something in. It's just a glide bomb. How many can he find? He gets a guy off spawn.
Yeah,
he has that spawn shield.
They all split, and the only person he can't hit there and kill is the spawner. Dashy responds with 2 on the front, and just like that, multiple players in the hard point for Complexity.
I would have loved for him to call the fighter pilot. I think he would have got 3 or 4 right there. I think he would have got 3 or 4, even artillery at the back door, and just like that, Complexity break on in. What could have been a great hold for UNILAD just doesn't happen. It's just those little mistakes that they're making. And that Blastful is double positive with 30 kills.
That helps. It certainly helps. Almost another one there, but Alex, nice shot to pick it up and through the smoke finds Dashy. But the lead still growing for Complexity. They grab the final 5 seconds here. They'll be right around the 180 mark. So 179 to 92 as we head to our final hard point in the second set of rotations.
Yeah, even the other sub in Sensor having a great game at 23 and 17. Now he's close to streaks. You saw what he did. You like that play. Has to be careful of that artillery. He's right on the edge of it. I don't think it'll catch him, but this will give UNILAD an opportunity to maybe get some time. But there we go. Gets that glide bomb. He's going to call that in. I would save it, right? You know, East Road's so easy to break with those nades. Good job by Doug. He's going to try and want to jump in. You can see what he wants to do. He just wants to touch the hill. Just wants to touch it. Does it. Great job by Doug. Gets full streaks.
When you take a look at the top right and you see the stats you mentioned of the 2 submachine gun players. On a map like Arden Forest, which is, you know, typically led by your ARs a lot of the time, what does that tell you about Complexity?
I mean, they're just getting in great positionings on the map, right? It's typically so hard. Usually it starts with the ARs, but they're just getting 2 to 3 kills at a time, which shouldn't happen. It just means that UNILAD, when they're in their setups, they're not converting on the kills that they need to. Sensor, now he's going to call in that glide bomb. They're going to try and rotate over towards that cave hill. He's able to find one on Wuskin. This will allow them to set up. Zed, though, he's in a good position to cut him down, but there's a trade out of Ricky, but 3 do go down for Complexity. And now he's going to call in that artillery.
Shawnee
smokes himself out.
Yeah, smokes it out. Artillery on the other side, you know he's going to get pushed from there. Just kind of spraying through, trying to make sure he stays up. Don't step out there too far. He's okay, he's okay. Just trying to hug the edge. Right back in, now it's contested. UNILAD.
Yeah, but a big kill by Zed in the middle. This will allow them to get an angle. They have, you know, they all have cave control. These 20 seconds, you can see Complexity, they're going to give this up. They're going to be only down by 40 seconds. The one thing is, as well, they have a fighter pilot, so you still have a fighter pilot on both sides. And this is definitely the hill you want to use it. You can line it right up and get a couple of kills. All right, so he's going to go for this now. All right, okay, I was going to say, Shawnee, he's going to get off the hill. How many kills can he find? He's able to find one on Blastful. Can't find another. There we go. He's able to pick that up. That'll allow him to push up. That's Zed now on the hill. They have to be careful. Great awareness as they do recognize that split spawn. But here comes that fighter pilot from Sensor.
Fighter pilot in. Complexity right back into the hard point for a moment until UNILAD can take control of the kill feed. Looking quite yellow right now Story of the first hard point was Complexity starting to bring it back. Now it's UNILAD's chance to give them a taste of their own medicine.
And I just feel like they had to convert that fighter pilot from sensor a little bit more. It had to be more effective. And, you know, even that artillery strike on Cave wasn't that good. It didn't find much. It didn't even help them. Shawnee just stay alive in the hill. That cut down the lead. If you have that artillery for bunker or for this one, maybe that helps you sort of close this game out. But
and think about Blast kills compared to everybody else in the lobby at one point.
Oh, but he slowed down big time.
Slowed down massively, and then think about like Alex. Alex is only 3 kills off this. At one point, you looked at it, he was like 31 and 16.
He was like, yeah, 30 and 14. So since that point, he's 6 and 13.
Yeah, slowed down big time. And that's, I bet you that's part of the reason UNILAD are about to take the lead. They've now set up a bunker. This is the first time we've seen kind of a nice opening bunker setup. It's been very scrappy throughout most of this game. It seems to be falling apart rather quickly, but Wuskin goes big in the back. Zed wins a nice one-on-one. UNILAD now in the lead and looking for the 3-1 victory.
They recognize the bell spawns. There we go, 3 go down. Blast for the last player alive, and all of those players spawn back ruins. That is the worst spawn possible for this Cave Hill. Shawnee able to find that with that pre-fire. All the pressure now going to be on Wuskin. Throws a nade, not able to find anything known. You can see the spread of Complexity. They're trying to pinch on in. This is a very good break opportunity for them. They want to try to break up this momentum. Zed, though, still alive in the hill. He's at 450. Can he find those kills? Nice bait and switch right there. Dashy able to find another one. We're going to head over to East Road.
And look at cabin control. It's going to be UNILAD that's going to be set up to at least maybe get some opening time or make sure the Complexity can't set up nicely. It's a lot of pressure on, who is it, Wuskin, to make sure he holds that position, but Complexity still picking up time. And right as I say that, Dashy's going to pick Wuskin. Thankfully, a 2-piece comes in on nade. Make it 3 as a sub comes in handy as well for Alex, and he gets right back into control of cabin here. Big play from him.
I definitely set to find that 3 to just break up that momentum. Now he gets on the hill, and that puts pressure on Complexity. They have to convert. 3 go down, the last player sensor. He goes down, the nades have to be perfect. The game could end here. Zed, he's pushed up at the fire tank. That's Shawnee on the hill. Oh, Alex, right next to you. There's a player that just spawned up. Doesn't expect that sensor, gets that nade. Are we going to rotate over towards this Cave Hill? Looks like we potentially can. Just 10 more seconds needed. Shawnee, though, he's able to find 2. Can't find the 3rd, but they're still putting pressure on East Road. They may try to end it right there.
They got in. Okay, now they can't win it here, so this is all going to be on Cave. Complexity.
Oh, Dashy found the timing, though. He gets the cabin. This is a big kill. Able to find 1. Can he find the 2nd? Nice shots on the Shawnee, but Zed's there. But Ricky's in the hill.
Here we go.
With the split spawn. The split spawn from Wuskin. The split spawn comes in. Complexity's out of place.
Ricky gets picked in the back. Now Alex doing what he can for UNILAD at mid-map. UNILAD's in the hard point. 5 more points needed. Look, they are all over the map right now. Complexity can't get there in time. The kills come through. 3-1 to UNILAD as they hold on in the hard point after coming back from down. I don't know what the biggest deficit was, but
it was a lot. I would love if we can we show the final scoreboard?
Yeah, if we can see it, just because I am curious how much Blast kind of slowed down over the course of the, I think the best I saw was like 31 and 16, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
And as he slowed down, it was what, Zed and some of the SMG players. So he ended up 43 and 35. So still had one hell of a game, but obviously the pace slowed down from what he started with.
Sensor right there with him as well, and a bit of a slow game from the ARs on the other side. Yeah, you said it. Alex started to pick it up. Wuskin, the only player positive, but what was the key? We talked about it. As soon as UNILAD finally held some setups, Blastful slowed down, right? Like, he did slow down.
It's hard to play a sub when you don't have the setup.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because Complexity, they just kept out rotating them, and UNILAD, they were just put in so many tough positions. They had some questionable streaks, but they had that fighter pilot at Ruins that allowed them to break, and then you had that fighter pilot from Sensor. You feel like the game could have been put away right there. They could have had around 230 points. Instead, it was UNILAD. They then go over to Bunker. Such a great series for UNILAD, and that puts them in the hunt now, right? They're 1-2. They lost, though, to Optic and Rise. This was a big win for them.
Absolutely. These are the teams they have to beat if they're going to fight for the top 4 spots. And, guys, we do have a PlayStation Instant Reaction with Jess. She's on stage with Wuskin.
Thanks, Maven. So, first off, happy birthday. How does it feel to get your first win here at the Pro League on your birthday?
Feels great. Feels great. I'd have been depressed if I left here with a loss tonight, so feels great.
Now, before I did chat with you a little bit, you said, we don't lose. It's going to be a 3-0, and it was almost. It was a 3-1. Where did you get the confidence to make a statement like that?
To be honest with you, I was trolling. I won't lie. I did feel like we were going to win, but 3-0 was me trolling. I won't lie to you.
I honestly thought you were trolling, but you clearly weren't somehow. So finally, what did go wrong on that CTF? What could you have done to make it a 3-0?
Well, to be honest, we've like, that's the first time we've ever played that as a team online. We've like, practice hasn't been the best online, so I don't know. It's hard playing it. That's our first time, so we've learned.
All right, well, thank you so much for the interview. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League presented by PlayStation 4. We're about halfway through day 2 here for week 1 of the Division B teams of the Call of Duty World League. And what a good game that was there from UNILAD versus Complexity. We said before the game that we expected this to potentially be battle of the bubble teams. And I'll be honest, you know, during trading shots, I said this UNILAD squad, I didn't really see high hopes for them. Well, I was wrong. UNILAD look fantastic, Phil. And it's strange to see them without scraps, but yet still playing well, maybe even better than before.
Yeah, I think, again, to say they're playing better than before, I need to see more of this UNILAD squad. I'm impressed from what I'm seeing, especially on the hard points. But this kind of team, it seems to be working and gelling well. They seem to all be on the same page, which is a huge factor in Call of Duty. You can't have someone, you know, 2 steps ahead or 2 steps behind, which I think some teams do. But the hard point, and as you can see here, obviously both very similar scores. Very, very good. But again, these are games which maybe should have been closed out earlier. Yep. They maybe kind of let complexity kind of come back into it in the first one. But overall, I just love the way that UNILAD are approaching the breaks on the hard points, and the fact that they're playing around their streaks. They're playing smart Call of Duty. They're not just kind of playing sporadically and just kind of going out and doing crazy plays. Because I don't think that they have that kind of raw talent on their team, but they're using what they have, and they're using it very, very well. Yeah,
they looked very, very good in the hardpoints, to your point, very good at breaking the hills. Search and Destroy, though, Nameless, that was a close one. Obviously, goes the distance round 11. Very much basically just Zed versus Dashy. They were the 2 key players, and Dashy has impressed, but we were having this kind of conversation, you know, during the green room when we were watching those games. I feel like he's so good in terms of gun skill, but it feels like sometimes he has a little bit maybe to learn still.
Oh, he has a ton to learn, especially watching that last hard point there. There were a lot of times he was in a primary position that he needed to stay and just hold it, and he would go and try to assist his teammates. And especially when you get games like that out of Blast and Sensor where they're going off on that Ardens. I think Blast started 30 and 15, and they were only up 40 points. You got to capitalize on it. And where that comes in is that is holding down your position and your hills and your rotations. And they were getting broken almost right off the bat sometimes, and they had no organization when they were going to break the hill. On that back bunker hill, both times, they were trying to break the back, and they had no AR looking over them to get any of those kills in the back no man's land, and they could not break it at all. And it was bad to watch. But I think if they can go back and watch some film, and Dashy watches some of these top ARs, he can add that to his gameplay, because he has the shot and the ability to do it. It's just whether they do it or not.
Obviously, close series though, Phil. 3-1 could have been even closer than that, especially when you look at the individual map counts. For Complexity now, where do you rank them? Obviously, yes, we haven't seen that many games, but do you still think this is a team that could be fighting for playoffs?
I think this is a team, for me, I put Cole in the 5th, 6th position. So no matter if you're 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th, you're not making playoffs. But,
Savage.
You know, at the end of the day, that's just kind of the result. You see the top 4, or you don't make it. It's as simple as that. And I don't think that they will push for that top 4. I don't think that they're there yet. Do they have the skill? You know, will we see them improve maybe through Anaheim? Yes, I do think so. But I just think they're missing something. I think sometimes, like, Blast will have a very poor search and destroy, which I'm kind of so shocked to kind of see. Inconsistency. Yeah. Same with the likes of Sensor, but when they're all playing well, like we see Dashy dropping 40 bombs, we see, you know, even on there, we saw Blast was like 30 and 15, and I think it was 60 points up, and it just kind of should have been more, if that makes sense. When they find their feet, they can be a contender. Do they make top 4? I don't think so. I'm still going to place them in that 5th, 6th position.
Fair enough. Seems fair. Obviously, you mentioned inconsistencies, and we kind of talk about that a lot with players in the Pro League, and obviously you're both former players yourself for a very, very long time. When you have inconsistencies in a team, how do you fix that? Is there anything specific you can do, Nameless? Anything you've done in the past when you've had inconsistent performances?
As a team, you watch film. As an individual player, you just play as much as you can. Get into as many 8s as you can possibly get in. Get here early and play, because the more you play, that's when you're going to iron out those situations that cause you to become inconsistent. I think watching film is probably the biggest thing, and I think a lot of these teams need to start picking up coaches, because I think that it's helping these teams. We see EG, who was typically an inconsistent team previously. They have a coach, and now I won't give all the credit to him, but I think that's something that helps. But yeah, definitely inconsistency. Watching film is the #1 way to get out of that rut.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Of course, still some games to come later on today. Up next on the main stage, Tainted Minds versus Optic Gaming. We mentioned how much of a tough day Tainted Minds have, but then, of course, to close out the evening, what a game.